Collecting for the PS Vita can be one of the most expensive consoles to collect for, but it doesn't have to be that way. And in a previous episode, we discussed 10 of the best and cheapest games to get in your PS Vita collection. Now you all seem to enjoy that, so here are 10 more amazing PS Vita games to get into your collection that will not break the bank. If you enjoy everything in the world of gaming, from modern to retro, and have a particular soft spot for handheld and portable gaming, then you are in the right place, because here on the Chronik Spartan show, we love everything about the world of gaming, and we have a particular soft spot for handheld and portable gaming too. If that sounds like your kind of thing, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you do not miss out on future content. Now, in a previous episode, we covered 10 of the best essential PS Vita games to get into your collection for really cheap. But that only scratched the surface, and there's so many amazing PS Vita games that really don't need to break the bank. And this next list of 10 games continues to fall under the bracket of less than £20. And once again, for all viewers outside of the UK, these games will also be cheap for you, relatively speaking. Now in the first list we talked about Disgaea 4, but you can also get Disgaea 3 really cheap for the PS Vita. Now I've asked players of both of these video games which one is the best one to go for, and I've gotten different answers every single time. I think it's just that kind of situation where you got to play and pick your preference. And that's why I got both of these games in the collection, and best of all, they are really cheap. So any fans of the Disgaea series that want to continue getting their fix, or any completionists, you can get Disgaea 3 as well as Disgaea 4 on the PS Vita really cheap. Next up we have Borderlands 2. Now this has gotten stick over the years in the PS Vita community, but I think that's really harsh. Borderlands 2 is an absolutely fantastic first-person shooter in the palm of your hands, and considering that this came out so early in the short life cycle of the PS Vita, this is a fantastically implemented port. This was one of the first games I got on my PS Vita, and I didn't see any issues with it at all. I just continued to enjoy it, and best of all, it is so cheap to get. A game I thoroughly recommend you get into your PS Vita collection and get a chance to make your own opinion about it. Another game that has gotten some stick is Ridge Racer. Now Ridge Racer has gotten stick because of the amount of content available in the game. However, one thing has to be said about Ridge Racer. It is a fantastic gameplay experience. The racing in Ridge Racer is absolutely stunning, and equally as amazing as any of the best Ridge Racer games. I stand by the fact that Ridge Racer is definitely a game that you should get in your PS Vita collection, especially if you want that pick up and play adrenaline-inducing experience of racing while you're power sliding around some corners. And once again, I thoroughly recommend you pick this up because it's cheap and you get to make your own opinion. Next up we have the fantastic Rayman Origins, and this is available on other consoles, but I've heard from so many people that the PS Vita version is the best version to get. Rayman Origins continues that amazing classic 2D side-scrolling platforming that we all know and love from the world of Rayman. And what's even better is the price of this game. You can get this in your collection so cheap. Definitely want to get in there. If you want to continue your Rayman fix, you can also look towards Rayman Legends as well. Another fantastic game in this series, and again a game that's available on other platforms, but many people say the PS Vita version is the best. And as with Rayman Origins, Rayman Legends is really cheap to get into the collection. One of the first games to release on the PS Vita is Freedom Wars, and this game was released to compete against Monster Hunter. Now Monster Hunter isn't a series of games I've had that much experience in, but when I heard about Freedom Wars, I definitely had to pick this up and give it a go. The vision and the scope of this game is absolutely stunning, and again, for a game that was released so early in the PlayStation Vita's life cycle, Freedom Wars is a game that, as far as I know it, is only available on the PS Vita, and I believe this is the only instance of it as well. So if you want to bulk up your PS Vita collection and get some really interesting titles in there, Freedom Wars is definitely the way to go. An absolutely amazing and stunning puzzle game, Lumines. Or is it Lumines? I don't know. Let's call it Lumines for now. But Lumines is a game that existed on the PSP, and I think it might have been on some other consoles as well. But Lumines, I'm going to call it Lumines actually, it feels better. Lumines is a fantastic puzzle game that kind of has hints of Tetris, but mixes in with it an amazing blend of music. This game is so visually stunning and acoustically amazing. It is honestly a really great puzzle game for anybody, even people who aren't that keen on puzzle games. This is the type of game you'll start for a quick 5-minute go, and before you know it, an hour's passed by. And once again, you can get this for nowhere near as expensive as people think PS Vita games are. Next up, we have another another stunning racing game, and that is Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is a port done right. This is done really well, and this surprised a lot of people that this kind of racing game could fit on the PS Vita. Fans of the Need for Speed series will know exactly what they're getting with Most Wanted, and that's a good thing because that is just some exhilarating and exciting racing with some stunning cars as well. This is a game I only recently got into the collection, but I got it because I'd heard so many good things about it. It was so easy to find and it was so cheap as well. If like me you love your racing games and being able to create your own levels and tracks, then ModNation Racers is for you. A game I've just recently heard about and I am absolutely targeting for my next pickup in the PS Vita collection, and that's going to be pretty soon because it is so cheap to get. ModNation Racers sounds like a fantastic blend of kart racing with the ability to customize and create your own tracks and characters as well. Definitely a very interesting title and a unique approach to kart racing. And finally, like I always say, you can't have a PS Vita list without a visual novel in there. And yet this is 3DS version because I don't actually have this on the PS Vita yet. And Virtue's Last Reward is an absolutely stunning visual novel in the Zero Escape series. The Zero Escape series is one of the best visual novels around. It's so interesting and so unique. And although the price of some of the other games in the Zero Escape series might be quite pricey, Virtue's Last Reward is absolutely not, and you can pick it up for around about £15. Definitely a game worth getting, and although I'm not the kind of collector that likes to have duplicates across double platforms, I'm going to be getting Virtue's Last Reward for the PS Vita too. Now there you have it, that's another 10 amazing games you can get for your PS Vita collection for under £20. Across these 2 episodes, that's 20 games you could have in your PS Vita collection. That is a solid collection. 20 games for a console that a lot of people think is really expensive to collect for is absolutely brilliant. And although we might be reaching the limit of under £20, there are still so many amazing PS Vita games that you can get for just a fraction more. If we started expanding up to under £30, this list would just keep on growing. And if you want me to do that, let me know. Drop a comment below and I will get on to creating that list next. If you don't want to miss out if that episode comes out, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you do not miss out on future content. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.